The fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Open man is Ross, complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, express. Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun, Ryan going deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Ryan will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run past. All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Down. 8, read.
6, right there, 56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hit it.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end.
Hey.
Hey, 4 down. Check 43. Hey, switch gears.
Big rip.
2nd and 6. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Go now. 70, Indy.
56. Here we go.
Look, squeeze. Topper. Ready.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. An even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Yep. Hey, Charlie.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll drop the throw. It's caught. Cooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Hey, Sam on.
Check 13. Check 13. Kill. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
On second down, it's Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to John Ross. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Here's Ryan to throw. And Eifert has it. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. flush to his right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Ryan. He completes it to Boyd. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
25! Check!
Again, Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. First carry for James Conner, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Here we go. Got it. Check 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Check 31, check 31. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. He's going to field this at the 4. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He gets this one to Boyd. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy sod, plus you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Hey.
Now.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Go, go, go.
Hey, check this.
They go play action now. Ryan looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready! Ready!
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Kill!
Hey, Tuesday!
Now it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready?
56, Mike, 56.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Go out!
Check.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Now started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Ready!
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side, Coleman. He's got a first down and more past the 30. It's a foot race past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 73 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Go!
56, Mike.
Pilot, 64, weak.
SOS.
Gone.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Look, squeeze.
He's crossing.
Greystone, travel.
Watch the eye.
Go. Smooth.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal.
Hey, seam 6, 5.
On play action, they'll throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Play action. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Ryan. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Looking to throw. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
They'll drop the throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
Hey, echo. Leo. Spike.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Going deep downfield for Ron. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's see what you got. Check.
Sit up. Hey, lock it. Get it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Don't be scared of it. Watch it.
Hard.
Safety's creeping.
Deep grip.
On third down, here's Coleman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Look at me. Go up.
Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
We go set. 50. Plant.
56. It's our time. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 50.
Clear.
Watch twist.
80 weapons. Hey, orbit.
Tighten up. He's checking. Crash. Check safety. Mike's 56.
Head up.
They'll look to throw. And Anderson's got him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check 4. Watch the safety.
Hey, high 7.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All day, baby.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Boswell for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go to this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Right there in the middle, 55. Record. Check it back. Show him that.
Ryan to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Check.
Now Ryan. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.